That's it for me, everyone. Let's give it up for your headliner coming to the stage. I broke the mic stand, Sam. I'm gonna have to hand this thing off to you. Let's give it up to Sam Mangano, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Long time no see. Oh, warm. I'm looking at some warm bodies out here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like I said earlier, this is my first time doing comedy, like 8 months in front of people. Before this, I've just been doing the Zoom shit, Zoom shows. Oh, I love them. I really enjoy them. It has a bad rep in the comedian community. I'm a comedian. You'll find out. In the community, a lot of these comedians are like, oh, I want to get a crowd pause. That's what we all sound like. But for me, I could never go in front of a live audience again. I'd be cool. This is me really putting myself out there. So thank you, all of you. Last thing I want to do is go to an open mic and snatch the mic after an old ass comedian was up before me, and he's just coughing into the mic and stuff. Fuck that. I'm just picturing him, he's one of the symptoms of the China virus is lack of taste, and I thought I had the damn thing, but it turns out it was just my wife's cooking. I don't need that. Zoom is great. You make the mute, they're gone. Boom, muted. I wish my wife had a mute button. Enough of that nonsense. No, it's cool because you guys are cool, but sometimes crowds aren't cool. One of my last shows before the COVID, one of my last shows, a guy tried to fight me in the audience. I know, look at me. Who would fight me? Anyone looking to win a fight, I assume. No, it was bad. And I wish I deserved it, but all I did was I made a simple observation. I looked out at the crowd, similar size, and I just said looking at the amount of people out here, chances are one of you probably pursued parkour as a hobby. It's a normal observation. Next thing you know, this guy just jolts up. He's like, what the fuck did you just say about me, bro? Whoa! I'm sorry. Next thing you know, Peter Parkour over here is just fucking acrobatically maneuvering through chairs, and he's just headed straight for me. But here's the thing. I wasn't in a bar. I wasn't in a comedy club, places with bouncers. I was in an improv theater. Some of you look a little perplexed. An improv theater, the only people that work there are people who do improv. If you don't know what an improv kid is, just picture the kids who did plays in high school, but grown up. I do improv. So this fucking guy's barreling towards me, and they have to pull someone off stage in the other room. And again, not a bouncer. This guy's performing, and he's just up there pretending to be a cat. We need you. He's oh, need it? Oh. Dude jolts off the stage, comes into the other room, runs up onto my stage, claps his hands together. He's everything you're about to see here has never been done before, will never be done again. We completely made up on the spot. Now, can I get a suggestion from one of you on how to kick this guy out of here? And then the parkour guy just beat up the improv nerd instead. I'm really glad everyone's out here tonight. It's been a pretty weird 8 months. Not great. It's been weird. It's funny, we were all just in home and we're oh my god, we're gonna make bread, this is so cute. And then we were just kidding, let's solve racism! Quite the 180. It's funny, it's everyone had just bought a 1,000-piece puzzle, took it out of the box, put it on the table, and they're honestly, I'd rather solve 400 years of oppression. Which is awesome. Like, I'm honestly like, keep up the great work, each and every one of you. Like, hats off to you. But like, it wasn't just that. It's like, we're going after all the world's problems. Like, first it was racism, then it was like pedophilia. Then someone was like, hey, how about climate change? And like, maybe later. Climate change. Then the world like caught on fire. I'm like, okay, we'll work on that one too. Wouldn't it be funny, like, polar bears were just, like, climate change deniers? Just talk to a polar bear and it's like, global warming? What a hoax! Hell yeah, I eat my brother. That's not the only thing I do to him. Now give me one of them Coca-Cola bottles I like over there. And just throws it in the ocean. But again, back to the positive changes we're making. I feel like I'm really impressed by how many of my friends are stepping up when it comes to like really making like positive changes in this world, and just like the amount of activism I've seen from just like kids I grew up with was just crazy, considering like in high school like 10 years ago, like every year someone did blackface. Every year Halloween. Like, but now those kids are posting shit on Instagram, so I think the world's getting better. But I mean, honestly, to get serious, like, I feel like equality is a lot like the puzzles that we've been putting off, you know? Like when we first took it out of the box, we're like, this is easy, we got this. Got a few pieces in, I think we're almost done. But like, it's gonna take some time. So I'm getting deep. I didn't mean to start preaching, but here I am. It takes time. It does. And we can't just give up because it got hard. And we can't just say it's over because we did like the outside border and got like the main picture done. We gotta finish the fucking sky too, you know? And it will take work, but like if we just keep working on it, maybe someday we'll look at this, you know, puzzle that's been sitting on our dining room table for the last 4 centuries. And we'll just have like a few pieces left. And then like a president will come in and put in the last like 2 pieces and take all the credit for it. Like that's all. So there it is. That's my thoughts on racism. It's tough because like you see all your friends doing great, then you talk to your family and they're like fucking awful, and you're like shit. It is what it is. Whenever I feel bad, like whenever I'm having a bad day, and just like I get really exhausted, because it is exhausting. It's called being woke, guys. Whenever I'm having a bad day, I just think, you know, somewhere in America, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis are in a studio right now, and they're working on a song to end racism. And I just go, thank fucking God I'm not that guy. Because you can see it, right? Cue the cute piano riff. Bing, 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 bing. When I was in the 3rd grade, I wanted to be black. Because all of my role models look like that. Fuck that guy. He's got a Nazi haircut. Honestly, growing up, all my role models were like athletes too, so like, I guess I might just be Macklemore Jr. I remember in 4th grade we had an assignment. It was on a piece of paper to write down like, who's your role model? And at the time, Michael Vick. Didn't age well. What aged worse was the next question is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I wrote veterinarian, so that was on me. I've always looked up to athletes. I love athletes. I think I want to be one. I don't know. There's this one thing athletes do though that I just like, I don't like. You know, like after the game when they win and they're all sweaty and they're getting interviewed by the reporter, and they just like, they look into the camera and like, it's crazy, man. I'm not even supposed to be here. Which I get, it's like they're talking about like the environment they grew up in, like all the experiences, but like at the same time, it's like you're 6'10". 280 pounds, all muscle. Like, you're not supposed to be here. Like, where the fuck are you supposed to be? It's kind of like me in comedy. Like, I tell a joke, crushes, obviously. And I just address the crowd like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Knowing deep down, like, I have a laundry list of insecurities and just, like, a little penis to go home to. Not even supposed to be here. That was sad. It was sad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get sad. Who do you think wins in a sad off? People from the Great Depression? Or people with Great Depression? Who has it worse? It's tough, right? Like, the person from the Great Depression is just like, oh, you feel nothing inside? We had nothing outside. I gotta side with the OGs. It had been way harder for the Great Depression people. Like, what do they do? Like, now that we're living through our own, like, we have so much content. Like, honestly, I could pass another, like, 3 years, I'd be fine. What the fuck did they do to pass time? What? What did they do? I don't know. Like, were they just like, oh, have you seen the new season of corn growing in the front yard? You gotta check out corn growing in the front yard. Seriously, binge it, like, just to understand the memes. Memes were just like the cartoons in the newspaper. It says like, the stock market might have crashed, but these stocks are rising. Ah! Should have opened this before I came on stage. For real though, so much content. I've been watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of movies. I watched the Joker recently. Ooh. Pretty controversial. That was a controversial movie. I didn't want to watch it because like everyone was talking bad about it, but then I did watch it and I got it. I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone who hasn't seen it, but I'll just break it down for you real quickly. Basically, the movie's about like this comic. He does like 5 minutes of really bad stage material, and then he gets booked on late night. I'm outraged. I do that all the time. Where's my invite, you know? I Googled it. That's not what the outrage was about. Not at all, actually. I was very wrong. Turns out, apparently, people were upset because it displays a person with like mental health issues, like doing acts of violence, and it kind of glorified it. That's bad. But like also, the comedian thing was pretty fucked up too, right? No, I get it. I get why people are outraged, because like movies are very influential. Like I remember as a kid, any movie I saw, like that just like changed my whole personality. Like I remember in 5th grade, my favorite movie was Remember the Titans. Great movie. I saw the movie, immediately joined my Pop Warner football team. I show up the first day of practice, look around. Everyone looks like me. I'm from rural New Hampshire. I'm like, shit. Are we the bad guys? Are we the bad guys? I remember we finally played like a team from the inner city. I had to apologize. I go up to them like, listen guys, I'm so sorry for whatever my coach said. I don't agree with it. 20 years from now, I'm gonna have an amazing puzzle analogy. I don't agree at all. But I gotta say, really looking forward to that choreographed song and dance number you guys gotta prepare for us. Movies, man, they're influential. Like, it continued. I remember I went to middle school. We watched this movie. It's called Pay It Forward.
Yeah.
Good flick. And the whole concept of the movie is like, this teacher gives his class the assignment, make the world a better place. And Haley Joel Osment's in the class, and he comes up with the idea, pay it forward. Basically what he does is he does 3 nice things for 3 people, and then they gotta do 3 nice things for 3 more people. Ultimately, Paying it forward, we get it. What a beautiful concept. I'm gonna spoil this one for you. Here's how the movie ends. Haley Joel Osment gets stabbed to death. And Kevin Spacey fucks his mom. Who the fuck watches that movie and says, yeah, I'm gonna do that? Honestly, I feel like Kevin Spacey read the script of that movie and was like, oh, I get to fuck the kid and stab the mom? Got that one wrong. It's topical.